Hi everyone, Laura here, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use PreQuilt as kind of a preview or planner for any kind of quilted garment that you're wanting to make. And so what I'm going to show you here is how you can import kind of like a line drawing of your garment outline as a tracer, and then how you would add blocks in to show you what it would look like when you cut it out. So I've prepared my grid here overall to be 60 by 60, and I'm going to be working with blocks that are 5 inches. This is where you would put in whatever size of block you're making. So if you have 12-inch blocks, if you have 6-inch blocks, change that here to be what you would want it to be. And then also make sure that the overall width and height of your design wall or digital design wall here is big enough for the outline of your shirt. So what I'm going to do is go up here to quilt settings and click on this tracer button, and it's going to open up a little pop-up where I can upload an image of my outline. So what I've done here is I've already prepared something here, and I'm going to import that, and you can see here now it's going to show up on my quilt grid. So one of the things that you might want to know ahead of time is I've got the back, the front, and both the sleeves all on one project. If you want to be more precise or have more control over how these blocks are going to line up, you could do each piece individually. So for example, I can control here the overall top. I can push that up, down, to kind of line up with where the blocks are being, but I can only kind of line up one at a time. I can't, one that would kind of control all of them, like the one ring to control them all. But if you wanted to move each one of these things separately, then I would definitely say switch over to just doing one piece at a time. But I think this video will help you give you an idea of that, and then you can do whatever your preference is. So I want the blocks to be able to be visible in the foreground of this, and you can kind of drag this down. It's a little bit finicky, but you can drag that over. So, but the lines here are going to appear and be kind of like visible as I'm laying out my quilt blocks. So great. So I'm gonna, I can name this my quilted shirt. And going over to the design side of things, I just, for example, want to make this whole t-shirt out of rail fence blocks. So I can load that in and import it and then start laying them out here. And putting that block in. And so you can see how the transparency of my blocks in the foreground, I can make these less transparent so that I can make sure I can see where the lines are, or more transparent, or less transparent, more opaque, so I can see it better. So this is how I can kind of preview, okay, these blocks are actually, I'm going to probably have to add something here and something there to make sure everything is covered and I have enough there to cut out the seam allowance. I can also play here with the randomizing of the colors. I kind of like that. And this is where I can maybe start playing with how I want my sleeves to look. Maybe I want the blocks on the top to be straight, but then I might want these blocks to be rotated and go up and down, and then these, okay, maybe I want the dark side to be pointed up on this. And then what I can do is I can copy and paste all that for the second sleeve as well. And here's maybe where I would change that to be a bit more centered. Whoops, let's see. So I can get maybe both of those sleeves kind of laid out with those blocks, but I can add that there. So now I have, my 2 sleeves done, and I can do the same thing here with the shirt. Maybe I'm gonna select all of these. And I did that by clicking and holding while I dragged, and then I can put all my blocks in there. And maybe I want to do kind of like a rotation. And this is just an example. I would probably expect or assume you guys to have much more creative ideas than this example that I'm putting together here, but you can see how now I have like a bit of a parquet flooring design for my shirt, and I can kind of decide whether or not I like that layout for my shirt before going ahead and making it. And I can copy and paste that across to the front, and I can kind of work with those ideas and see if I like them. Maybe I'd want different colored blocks in here. Maybe I'd like different blocks. That's really all up to you, and this is the power with PreQuilt to be able to kind of see where those seam lines are going to land and make sure that a block that you create is going to actually be visible or be centered in the overall design that you're going to make. So I hope this video is helpful for you in kind of thinking about how you can use PreQuilt to help prepare and plan out your quilted garments. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email us at hello@prequilt.com. We're more than happy to help you out. Don't forget to save, and thanks so much. Bye.